Hey friends, it's me, Amy Rebecca, your internet bestie for all things personal development, intentional living and dream chasing. Right now the dream is to move to a less expensive planet. Are we okay? I mean, are we okay? I saw a small tub of ice cream the other day at Tesco for £4.50. What is happening? When will the madness end? I am here in the trenches trying my darndest to budget and save and spend less while also enjoying my life, and that's hard, that's challenging, but we get together once a month, we do it together. I don't know, does it make you feel better? Makes me feel better. And that is exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to go through, we're going to assess exactly what I spent in April, then I'm going to map out my budget for what comes after April? May. Here is my budgeting spreadsheet. I got it from Etsy. I'll link it down below if you want to go get one. I find it very useful, very user-friendly. If we take a look up here, we can see straight away a lot of red. A lot of red. Clearly, I went over budget this month, but I do have a justification for why. Don't I always? Don't I always have an excuse for why I went over budget? But this month in particular, a lot of it was outside of my control. A lot of it was inside of my control, but more was outside than was inside. Anyway, let me just show you exactly where the money went and then you'll see. So down here we have like literally all of my expenses for the month. Not that many if you look in terms of quantity, not that many outgoings, but here we have them all summed up for us in the different categories. So let's take a look at that. For groceries, I budgeted £15 for the month and actually spent 85 pence because I only just bought one chocolate bar. Again, I say this every month, this is not like the monthly grocery budget. This is the additional items. You know when you just pop to the shop and you're like, oh, I'm just going to pick something up on my way home that's not in your grocery budget? This is what that is. Eating out, I budgeted £30 and I spent £0. Technically, that's not entirely true. I did eat out a few times, but I like to separate social occasions from eating out for the sake of not wanting to cook. And there were a couple of times where I really thought maybe I'll just pop out and like grab something to eat instead of cooking. And this month I was really strict with myself and I was like, girl, get in the kitchen, cook yourself something that is already there. So I'm proud of that. Petrol, £50 as per always. And here is where we reach the crux of the problem, because my car maintenance for the month was £637.70. Yeah, I talked about this in last month's budgeting video, but my MOT, tax and insurance were all due. I knew it was going to hit hard. What I didn't expect was for my car to so epically fail its MOT. Getting all of those repairs done cost £415 and I literally cried because I knew I didn't have enough money in my car maintenance sinking fund because my car has already had the brakes changed earlier this year and had an electrical fault at the end of last year that's cost me probably another £600. So over the last 6 months, we're up to like £1,000 of repairs on my car. What a joy it is to be a motorist. And then I paid for 6 months of my road tax. And I thought paying for 6 months was smart because then what I can do is when it's up for renewal in 6 months, pay the year. But that means that at least the car tax cost is not bundled together with those other costs of MOT and insurance. So it spaces them out a little bit and gives me a little bit more breathing room. Have not even tackled my insurance yet. It's due this month. That's going to be about another £250, but I think I might just pay it monthly, which I don't love to do because I just don't like debt hanging over me. But there is no money left in the car maintenance sinking fund, and with all of the other unexpected expenses that I've had over the last few months, I don't know what to tell you, there just is no money left. Gifts, I spent around £15 I think and cash stuffed the rest. Health was an overspend because I was really sick for the whole of April, just like all the way through. So I was buying a lot of like vitamins, supplements, anything I could get my hands on, as well as the usual £35 that I cash stuffed for my contact lenses. Beauty treatments, got my nails done. I am loving the purple. I was unsure about it at first, but now I'm a big fan. Anyway, and then I cash stuffed the rest. Clothing. Okay, we have a little bit of a disconnect here because I budgeted £240 for my pageant clothes. I put on the credit card. It was a whole situation. We're not going to rehash that now. But yeah, I actually, when I put it into the spreadsheet, I marked that as hobbies because I wouldn't have bought those clothes just to wear. I bought them for the pageant. So you'll see that that cost comes in later on. Makeup, I budgeted £15 and spent £12.99, so came in under budget there. Skincare, didn't spend anything. Hair care, I did go a little bit over because I got a new hair oil. So I budgeted £9 and spent £17.49. Toiletries, I can't remember what it was, but clearly I ran out of something. Nothing spent on books, nothing spent on takeaways, which I feel like especially proud of. Hobbies, oh you see, so this is where that extra money comes in from the clothes. So I spent a total of £262.88. That includes the pageant clothes that are on my credit card, my gym membership, and £40 for Krav Maga. I was gonna say like it's not too bad, but it is bad. But it could be worse. It could always be worse. Okay, charity, I stuck to my cash stuffing and paying my direct debit for the Born Free Foundation. Transport, I paid £3 to park. Trips, no trips for me. Social, I budgeted 78, which seems like a really specific amount to budget. Why would I budget 78? Why not 80? Why not 75? Why 78? I don't know. But I didn't. I only spent £30.90. So that, again, like in so many areas, I'm really close or I'm under, and that would be great if my car wasn't such a pain in the ass. Okay, drinks, I budgeted £0. I did end up going out with my mum and I bought a round of drinks for us, which came to £12.65. Didn't spend any money on coffee. Cash stuff, £30 for personal, and then spent £7.50 on miscellaneous. I mean, look, you can see that pretty much the whole month I really wasn't spending anything right up until my car went in for its MOT and I had to pay my tax, and then we were just done. Oh, it is worth saying as well that I brought in some extra cash, which is why I'm not like as much in the red as I should be, because I had £310 in my car sinking fund. So that took some of the sting out of the car money. And then I also used the £76.12 from my Vinted balance to soak up some of the cost for the pageant dresses. Okay, let's take a look at May. I've already copied across my regular beginning of the month expenses, so everything that I cash stuff as well as my gym membership, and I should put my Born Free donation in there too. So you can see, even before I step outside my house or do anything, after my cash stuffing and paying off not even my bills, but just my gym membership, it's £276.49. So I think I'm going to attempt a reduced budget again this month. My usual budget is £750. For the last few months I've been trying to whittle that down to £600, just because I keep getting hit with unexpected expenses and I want to minimize the damage of that. I don't want to have to resort to like pulling money out of my savings if I can help it. So if I could spend £600, then I'd feel good about that. So I have £323.51 left to budget out, which is not a huge amount for the whole month, but I am living frugally. I am going to attempt a no buy week this month. I know I said that last month, but technically I did do it. I had a week where literally I spent £6 and that's it on medicine, but that's because I was really sick and I didn't leave the house at all that week, so I didn't feel like it would be worth documenting that. Look at me, I'm doing so well on my no spend week on the sofa, unable to move. So I'm going to pick a week in May where I'm going to intentionally try to spend as little as possible, and I'm going to document it and share it with you guys. But let's get to this budget. So groceries, I think I'm going to do 15 again. Eating out, Let's say 30. Let's be generous. Petrol is going to be 50. I'm going to cash stuff car maintenance for 50, cash stuff gifts for 30, health for 35, beauty treatments 55, clothing. I'm going to get a new gym jacket that I've had my eye on for a little while. I think that's around £10. Makeup, I do actually need to get some new makeup this month. I've run out of a few things. Let's say 30. Skincare, I'm going to circle back to that one actually because I want to see how much money I have left over once I've budgeted everything else. I would like to replace my day cream, but it's a little bit pricey and it might have to wait until next month. Hair care, oh, hairspray, let's just put £5 in. Toiletries, I'm going to put 15. Books, 0. Takeaways, I really want to treat myself. I'm going to circle back to that one too. I'm really not in a very decisive mood today. Hobbies, that cost is going to come right down this month because I'm not going to Krav Maga for the foreseeable future. So I will have the gym membership. I'd like to go to a park run, so maybe I'll have to pay for parking for that. Let's put £20 for that. Charity is cash stuffed. Oh, why do I have charity twice? I'm having a spreadsheet related issue. Okay, I fixed it. Transport, I'm gonna set aside £5 for parking maybe. Trips, I will be taking none. Social, I'm gonna set aside, let's say 80. That seems like a lot. I don't have very much planned for the upcoming month, but I'd rather overestimate how much I'm gonna spend and come under than underestimate and go over. Drinks, I'm gonna say 0. Coffee, I will give myself a £5 for coffee. Personal is another cash stuff for 30, and miscellaneous, let's pop in 10 in case something comes up. Okay, so by that logic, if I was able to stick to all of this and nothing goes wrong, nothing unexpected happens, then I should be able to afford to get my face cream and a takeaway, right? Yes. And then if I stick to this strictly, I should still come in under budget. Somehow that is always easier said than done. It's going to be tough, I think, to stick to that £600 budget, but if I implement that no spend week and I'm just really conscious about every penny, I think I should be okay. Usually this is the point in my monthly budgeting update where I would show you what I've earned from like my side hustles, but one, I did not so much as glance in the direction of any of my side hustle activities throughout the month of April because I was so sick and it just was the last thing on my mind. Number two, I really want to sit down this month and rejig that whole thing. I think I could be putting a lot more attention into growing different side hustles, and I think I need to take a step back and see how I can change things to make it so that I'm doing a better job. So with that said, let's move on to cash stuffing. Got my cash, got my binders. Let's get stuffing. As always, I have my 2 different cash stuffing binders. The pink one is for categories that I'm going to be reaching for month after month. The purple one is more like sinking funds, money that I'm not going to be reaching for on such a regular basis. Let's start with the pink one today. By the way, I will link both of these down in the description box. So first things first, we have my beauty envelope. So I'm going to put £55 in there. Oh, and I actually have change. Isn't that wonderful? That puts my current total in the beauty envelope up to £60 because I had a little bit left over last month. Health, I'm going to put in the £35 for my contact lenses. And my petrol money is 50. That's that. Now the purple wallet. I still have money left over in my gifts envelope. This has been building up for the last couple of months and I'm so excited because usually this envelope takes an absolute battering every month. So I currently have £44 in here. Oh my god, the washing machine just turned on and scared the life out of me. I want to put another £30 in there, but surprise, surprise, I don't have change. 30 in there. My car envelope is completely empty. I need to put £50 in there. Then I need to put £30 into my personal development envelope, which is going to start coming in really handy because I just started going back to therapy and now I've got a little bit of money built up in here that I can put towards that. So love that for me. I'm going to put £10 in my charity cash stuff. And then I'm going to put £15 aside for my phone. I always get questions about the phone bill envelope because people are like, why are you cash stuffing your phone bill? Don't you just pay it on a direct debit? But I am on my mom's plan. We have like a joint contract to bring the price down. So she's asked me to cash stuff every month the amount that I would give her and then give it to her all in one go at Christmas time, so then she can use that towards like her Christmas budget. So we are all stuffed. So I've got my May budget all mapped out. I've got all my cash stuffing done. I feel pretty good. If I can stick to that budget that I've set myself in my spreadsheet, that will be 10 out of 10, A+. I just have to actually do it. I don't know, wish me luck. Please remember that you are enough just as you are. I love you so much and I will see you guys soon. Bye guys.